keep a good man down. We keep going, the brand keeps growing and so forth. I want to appreciate you all for your support, but it's Hogwarts. Out of here. Hey, what's happening there? Honorable Themba Mliswa here, not a member of parliament. Let me set the record straight. I was not at Mono Mutapa Hotel. I've not been to Mono Mutapa Hotel for a very, very long time. I've never been booked at the Mono Mutapa Hotel. At the same time, I did not have 25,000. And lastly on this one, why would I want Kenyan women when they're beautiful Zimbabwean women, especially my modus operandi, which you all know and have been open. M2s, M3s, M4s, mothers of 2, 3, 4. And I like them because I like to be with their kids and I love their kids. I can't separate the two, by the way. I hope you get what I'm saying. So to me, you're giving me the prominence that I never thought I had. Thanks so much for making me big. I think there have been too many hits and it makes me a bigger person than I thought I was. And finally, at the end of the day, even when I dance to Amapiano with a glass on my head, it's because I've balanced, not that I'm drunk and so forth. So I want you to understand this. Let's remain focused and so forth. That's absolute hogwash. Even Susan did not even talk about a hotel. So wow, I'm out of here. You've got to understand one thing. We are politicians and people always come up with a lot of things and you can't keep a good man down. We keep going, the brand keeps growing and so forth. Hey.
So there is one thing that you need to understand about this man. I don't know why people are so stupid to believe that this person is a leader. I don't understand why, as Zimbabweans, we have such a person in parliament and many others like him. This is a ritualist who's making it clear what he does. And the Bible says in Isaiah 5:20, "Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, and put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." So we have people who are now, you look at the comments on this thing, you wonder what is wrong with the people. We have a person voted to be a politician, voted to be a role model, a person who actually sleeps around with women, treats women like trash. He has babies with several women that he does not take care of. He is involved in satanic rituals, and here he is openly telling people that he is involved in satanic rituals that involve vulnerable women and their children. Politicians who are in rituals for power, they abuse women. They use these women for power, and then they dump them. And they like to use women with children because they can also access these children for rituals and for ritual purposes. So you wonder, you find a person writing comments like, voice rake rinondiitira, shame unonzwa kuti ya. The brokenness of people who even look at this man and even feel like they fall in love with him. You find comments like, "Honorable is handsome." Let's talk about his voice and his accent. Then at least there is one who wrote, that's the ritual pama, pama 1, pama M1, M2, ipapo ndipo pane mshonga wacho. This is true. This kind of nonsense and debt is unacceptable. We cannot have people who call themselves politicians. There is nothing honorable about Themba Mliswa. Themba Mliswa is an evil altar. He is busy in rituals using women. And people look at this like it's normal. He openly talks about how he does his things, and people believe it's normal. You know, some even think Themba Mliswa are reputable because anogara achifighta corruption. It's because most people don't even understand kuti Themba is not fighting corruption. Themba is actually benefiting from corruption. Pane pakamboburitswa nyaya dzekunzi Themba Mliswa mvana dzake, those women vanorara navo, vamwe vacho vakaiswa kunasa. Like right now, I don't know, there is a baby mama wa Themba ari kutoshanda kunasa and who is involved in some scandals there. So kana achizoexposa corruption, zvinoreva kuti iye makufunga kuti ari akachena. No, hapana corruption yaari kuexposa kunasa, because he is part of that corruption. Pane mukadzi anodanana naye ari kunasa, and people think it's normal. They look at him like when they hear him making noise, and they don't understand that Themba is part of the problem. He uses his power to force some of the people vanenge arara navo to get positions. So mukaona achirwa nevamwe vanhu vachivaexposa, hazvireve kuti iye akachena. Iye akatoforsa NASA to appoint his baby mama, one of the women ane mwana naye, akatowana basa kunasa because of Themba. So vanhu vakawanda vanofunga kuti ukaona munhu achita noise, pamwe pacho it's like fighting because anenge aexposwa. So I want to get the video. Nyaya yenasa dzanosara achitaura dzecorruption, that's nothing compared to the corruption yatori involved in nevakadzi vake vakapinza kunasa. So zvimwe zvamunozoona akuita noise inyaya yekuti anenge akufa, ari kunetsana, those are internal fights because vakadzi vanenge aisa vanenge vakuda kubviswa nekuti they are incompetent. So don't be fooled by appearances. This person, whatever he's doing, he knows. Mishonga imhiko dzaari kutoita zvaitaurwa naSusan zvekunzi anofamba achidira bute achida kutonga, anofamba achirara nevakadzi achita zvemushonga, anorara futi nevarume achita sei. He's just an altar. Unoona vanhu vachitotaura kuti this does it for me, discriminated, this. They have many comments that shows you the brokenness of people, and you wonder why a country would have a politician like that and feel it's okay. In other countries, they cannot tolerate such tsvina dzakadai, havadzitolerate, and people think this is normal. Accent haina kana basa. Don't be fooled about he is a person and a position who is using his position to condition women to sleep around with vulnerable women. There is nothing honorable. He should not even be in parliament. He should not even be in any position of power, given his what was exposed about him. Zvekudana nevanhu vari maina, kurara nevakadzi achisiya vana. That's really not acceptable. And I don't know why women organizations are quiet. It's because most of them are into this lifestyle. They don't see anything wrong with this. Vanongoita noise pane zvinhu zvisina basa. But panyaya chaidzo dzekuti vakadzi vari kuitwa taken advantage and groomed by people in power, they are quiet because they do the same thing. They do the same things. They don't see, even vakadzi vakawanda vamunoona mazimbabweans vachitonga vachinzi munhu she's a big boss anoona business, vakawanda vacho vari kushandisa mweya yetsvina yenjuzu yekuti vanorara nevarume vari younger than them vachivashandisa for rituals. So that's why they are trying to normalize. That's why they don't see anything wrong with Themba Mliswa, because this is something that is normal in business. This is a power and money ritual that is used by many. Vakawanda vamunoona vanazodwa vachibuda vachingotiratidza magaro vachiita chembere dzakadaro dzichibuda dzichingoita maparties, inyaya yekuti chihure chiri normalized. Even the connections anadzo dzekuti people ignore even kuti zodwa is a pimp anoseta ari involved in human trafficking. She's a madam. The real business she does ndezvemadrugs, ndezveprostitution. She's a pimp and she's also involved in these evil rituals. Hapana business unoitwa nevanhu ava, and zvekushamisiririrwa neappearance hazvina kana basa. These are people who are controlled by evil spirits. Zvamunoona vachiita nezvavanokuratidzai nezvelifestyle vanokuratidzai, it's far from their reality. Vanhu vari in serious demonic rituals vekuti mukaona mhiko dzavanoita munosemeswa nazvo. So don't normalize zvinhu zvakadai izvi. Semeswai nezvinhu kwete kupraisa tsvina dzakadai idzi.